I haven't been able to congratulate you on winning your Academy Award for Judy, by the way. You were unbelievable. Playing Judy Garland. You were phenomenal in that as well. What do you remember about winning the Oscars? Do you get excited for these awards?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, it's kind of like you think it's once-in-a-lifetime experience. You want to pay attention, and I just try to, I want to be grounded when I go in. I just want to get in touch with my family, talk to my mom, and dad, and my brother, and, do things that, keep you grounded before you go in. No, just don't, keep your feet on the ground and just kind of enjoy the moment. So, so I have a couple of rituals and things that I like to do before I go. I like to walk. I don't like to get in the car, the long limo ride.
You don't take a limousine?
No. Because I don't like getting out. It's all crazy and people screaming and stuff, so I sneak in.
Do you walk to the Oscars?
I walk to the Oscars.
That's the greatest thing I've heard.
I sneak in, because all the people come out and they stand and they're looking at the red carpet, so I come in behind all the people. Yeah, I sneak in behind all the. So this time, the only hotel room that was available was half a mile away.
You walked a half a mile to the Oscars.
I did, in shoes taller than this. And I don't recommend it, but it is a good exercise for keeping you grounded.
Oh, yeah.
You're like,
why did I start this tradition? Yeah.
Yeah, and it was raining that night, so I was extra grounded when I got there.
Oh, my gosh. You were really grounded.
Girls know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You do your hair, and then you're like, oh.
Did you get to party afterwards?
Do you know what? Yeah, I did. I went back to the hotel and had a little private dance party with my really good friends who filled the room with balloons, and we ordered cheeseburgers, because as you do. And and then we went to my pal Guy Oseari's house. I've known him for, Guy, right?
I love Guy Oseari.
Guy Oseari, yeah, he's a music manager, but when I met him, he was 17 years old, and he was interning at Maverick.
Yes.
And every year now, he hosts this after party that, if you can believe it, begins at 1 o'clock in the morning. And you take your shoes off, and nobody takes pictures, and he just turns the music up really loudly, and you just dance in the living room.
That's exactly how you do it.
Right?
That's what you're supposed to do. And have fun.
In that dress, and no shoes, and every year he does something fun. One year he had this photo booth that you go into and takes pictures, and then you get this book. It's kind of like animation where you flip it, the flip book, you know? Yeah, so you make this flip book from the photographs, and last year he had this photographer, or 2 years ago now, my goodness, he had a photographer named JR. He takes a picture of you, then he takes a picture of you with the picture, life-size picture. Really cool. The cooler part was, though, that Snoop Dogg was in the back.
That's always a fun party when Snoop Dogg's there, yeah.
It's fun when Snoop Dogg's anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah. So he asked if we could take a picture together. Come on.
You brought it to the show tonight. Here's you and Snoop Dogg. Look at, not too shabby. I like that.
Come on.
I would go see that movie.
Come on.
I would watch this movie.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, right? So you go, it's Oscar night, but then there's like the Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's the Snoop Dogg night.
A great night.
Did you stay grounded when you were also nominated for a Grammy Award, by the way, pal?
Oh, that was crazy.
Congratulations. I mean, come on.
Thanks. Thank you.
Did you ever imagine in your life, you go, oh my gosh?
No, not a chance, not a chance. Yeah, no. And with Harry Connick, my buddy, and Rufus Wainwright, who we actually did a duet. We did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas on the Judy record.
Taylor. You must have seen when Rufus did Rufus, that concert.
Oh, come on.
No, of course.
Right,
yeah,
extraordinary.
It was a tribute to Judy, and who you just knocked it out of the park with.
Thanks.
But you get intimidated when you get in there with Rufus Wainwright to sing?
Oh gosh, yeah, you just gotta pretend really hard that you're doing okay,
Yeah, I guess that's what acting is. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, some of the best performances happen behind the scenes.
Yeah.
No, that was really emotional for me, because I have loved him. I mean, I've been singing duets with him for 20 years in Laurel Canyon in my car.
Yeah, just on the speakers. Yeah, in real life, you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
We're all excited here, not just because it's NBC, but it is NBC tomorrow at 10 p.m. The Thing About Pam, it is getting crazy good reviews, crazy good buzz. One reporter was like, just give her the Emmy right now. If this world has any sense to it, please just give it to her. Renee Zellweger knocks it out of the park. The Thing About Pam, I love true crime. My wife loves true crime. We watch Dateline. I try to make sure I don't watch it right before I go to bed.
Yeah,
but,
right. But inevitably,
you do.
You do.
You do, and I have pretty awesome nightmares. And but I didn't know about this podcast. Is that when you first heard about you? You got attached when it was just a podcast.
Yeah, yeah. It was one of the most popular Dateline episodes ever. I missed that one. But then my partner, Carmela Casanelli at the Big Picture Company, sent me the podcast. And I listened to it on the 5 freeway when I was taking Chester, the rescue shepherd, up to get his hip replaced.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was between the Golden Globes and the Oscars. So
really keeping you grounded, yeah.
It's the best.
How's Chester? Is he okay?
He's rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got his bionic hip, and he's so cool.
That's awesome.
He's so cool. But yeah, so I listened to it, I binged it, and I thought, man, that's so crazy. You just start asking yourself, how? How? There's so much evidence pointing away from this woman's husband, who was actually convicted of murdering her. It's based on the podcast revolves around the story of the Betsy Faria, the case of Betsy Faria's murder in 2011.
Yeah.
And her husband was convicted and later exonerated.
And you play Pam.
I play Betsy's friend Pam Hupp. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's and you go and you go yeah, and it was the husband. It's like all these great true crime where you're like, oh, the husband did it.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah.
It's insurance. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
No, what's even amazing? You got Keith Morrison from Dateline to narrate the show. Double whammy. I'm like, what? Any super nerd is gonna freak out because I love Keith Morrison. Yeah,
love Keith Morrison.
And once I hear his voice, I go, oh my God, no.
That's the fun thing. You start sitting there, you're like, I'm gonna call Rufus Wainwright. You know?
Yeah, you get it.
I'm gonna call
Keith Morrison. Why not? But
yeah.
you are unrecognizable in this. You have an accent, a Missouri accent?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was sort of ephemeral because, she moved around a lot. It was very specific to her, so, just...
And you had crazy prosthetics. Amazing job. Who did the prosthetics?
His name is Arian Titan. Yeah, Arian. He's a genius. He does the cast, and then he hand paints everyone down to the last freckle.
And how long are you in prosthetics for?
Well, we started at about 4 hours and 20 or 30 minutes, and he whittled it down to under 3, like 2.5. By the time, you get the swing of
just 4 hours just getting
stuff.
into makeup?
Yeah,
then you had to act.
Yeah.
No. That's why you do what you do.
No, it's great. You can call your mom in the chair, you get your emails done, Christmas shopping.
Yeah, you got it all done.
Yeah.
Is there a learning curve to acting in prosthetics?
Well, I didn't know that it's a whole different skill that I didn't know I didn't have. And I really didn't have it. I really didn't. By the time you get it all on, you're so excited, and you stand there, and then you go, oh, wait, I think I'm allergic to this.
You were allergic to prosthetics?
I was so allergic to the adhesive. It was hilarious. Y'all, lots of Benadryl. Lots of Benadryl.
Oh, my God. Benadryl knocks me out, man. Oh, my God, no way.
Oh, yeah, no.
And you still did that knockout performance?
Yeah.
I want to say more about it, the thing about Pam, but I can't because it's an ongoing...
Jimmy, it's the weirdest thing. I get these interviews. What interested you about this story? And I'm like,
Yeah, you're like, ooh, Kern, yeah, exactly.
No, wait, it's
art, yeah.
No, it's because it's an ongoing case, and it's a real person, so I'm not allowed to sort of speculate, especially on television and stuff like that. So you get asked these questions, and I start answering it, and then I catch myself going down the rabbit hole, and I try to correct.
Yeah, you go, don't stop, just stop talking.
Yeah, you're watching yourself talking, and you're like, just shut up.
No.
Just shut your mouth.
This is so exciting. I cannot wait for this thing. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Renee Zellweger in The Thing About Pam. Take a look at this.
That's how come Mariah moved in with Betsy's mom.
Was she ever violent with Betsy?
I was at their place a lot, and he's not the most, he was kind of not nice verbally to her. You know the type. Real aggressive.
Whoa, you know the type. Renee Zellweger, everybody. The Thing About Pam premieres tomorrow at 10 p.m. on NBC. Hey, hey.